Hi, this is Danny. So this is to address the concern of Dave about Bitcoin. So so Dave, you're saying that if I'm not mistaken, okay, that money is being disrupted, right? Um, and then the everything has become more and more liquid, right? So in a way that you can do like put real estate like money, or you can put like other assets becoming more liquid. So in that sense, that it will make money kind of less and less valuable. In some sense, I agree with you totally. In fact, if you want to go one step deeper about that, actually, crypto is gonna basically make money abundance. Um, I have this blog, but basically, to make it a simple rule is the role of technology basically is to bring scarcity to abundance. Okay, so you can think about like Google. Okay, what is scarce before Google? It's information. Google happened, boom, information become abundant, right? Netflix, what is scarce before? Entertainment, right? In terms of movies, comedies, right? Netflix happened, boom, entertainment become abundance, right? Tesla, what is scarce before Tesla, or still scarce in the process of becoming abundant? So, well, electric cars and also probably self-driving, right? So Tesla is going to make that abundance. So when you look, the ultimate role of technology is basically to bring something from scarcity to abundance, and that is why I'm into tech, because for me, I believe basically as a human being, we want everything to be abundance, right? We don't want to live in a scarcity. So when you look at that formula, that technology is scarcity to abundance, crypto is basically is going to make also crypto is a technology, but the main features of crypto, which you still having a hard time to difficulty to believe in, it's trust. Sure, you were saying it's centralized, it's more efficient, but look, we are living in abundance in a Moore's law, where computing is becoming a cheap or abundance, right? With Intel, with AMD, with Nvidia, right? Um, so every what 2 years is like 50%, like the computer become like half. But anyway, computing becoming abundant. So um, why not use that abundance that we have from computing to deploy a network, a decentralized network that make trust as the main features. This is what the main, kind of one of the main core value proposition of crypto, which is trust. And you're saying, of course, it's not efficient. So who cares about efficiency when we have abundance in terms of? You also said that it's making a lot of energy intensive, but who cares about energy when we can make energy become abundance too? I think Tesla it's gonna make also energy become abundance, like because it's from solar, right? It's sustainable, so energy is gonna become cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. So I mean, so the argument of it's energy is expensive, look, or centralization is ineffective. It's not an argument from my point of view, because technology is gonna make energy and if it uh, centralization kind of like obsolete, because we can make it abundant. We have a lot of computing power, so we can deploy that, and as a result of that, as a advantage of that, we can gain trust by just trusting all of this network of computers and the math and the algorithm behind it. So we don't have to trust a centralized people, right? So because there's a saying that power is corrupt, right? So and then so that's my argument. The other thing that you concern again, I touch on this on Twitter, that you're saying that basically you're afraid the government is too powerful. Yeah, I mean, government is powerful, but there's so many counter argument I can attack this narrative that, but as you can see that the past, I don't know, like 20, 30 years, many of the power from the like government has been like under attack by technology. For example, the if you look at the taxi regulation, right? So that's like from like a regulation from the state. It will attacked by the Uber, like the regulation. So well, this is like a movie industry is attacked by Netflix, right? But this has nothing to do with government. But I mean something that is big, something that's kind of like a dinosaur. So, and if you look at about the number of countries in the world, I think there's about like 200 or something countries in the whole world. And I got this from I think Balaji Srinivasan, and you can like actually fact check this, but I believe he says basically majority or about 60 or 70%, like majority of those companies, about 10 million people, like just like a small number of people is like only like what 10% is like 1 million people, or even like 50% is like 10 million people. So there are many of those countries actually is only a small number of population. It's not even like more than 10 million. And you can look at like a Bitcoin as a network, right? How many people are there already in Bitcoin? I don't know. I guess it's probably more than 1 million. I might be wrong. Probably it's more than 10 million. I'm not sure, but I think there's a number of people. You can see, let's say in WhatsApp, there's 2 billion of people who's using WhatsApp, right? You can see that as like a network of people, right? Facebook also, the same thing. And you can see from Larry Page, he's buying actually an island, right? An island, and he wants to make it like a free zone. So the regulation is going to make it in such a way that's going to be conducive for innovation, for creativity, for progress to evolve, right? And then you can see right now what's happening right now because of this. You live in California, right? I believe. I live in a back state in the Midwest, in Indiana. But you've seen all this. There's this right now, the migration of the venture capitalists, right? Like also the big tech companies like Stripe. And then the last one today, just Oracle just announced they're going to move to Texas, including Elon Musk, right? They moved to Texas. And many of the VCs, I don't know if you follow the venture capitalists in Silicon Valley, they moved to Miami, right? And then I don't know if you see the chat, but the Miami like mayor is like asking this VC, what can I do for you? So yeah, you say state is powerful, country is powerful, and it's back with the army, and you don't want to fight that, right? But on the other hand, individual or a network of people who can contribute, who are like very progressive, who can do a lot of value added to the community, the government will know, because will acknowledge them, that these people are needed for the community to grow. Otherwise, when you think, otherwise they cannot grow, right? So that's why this Miami mayor there, he's smart. Said, what can I do for you to make you feel welcome? So the way I see it is like, it's not like a, I mean, you have some merits, like US can like ban it, but it's very unlikely. One is like, because US is very, like the way I see it, the US is very democracy. I might be wrong, right? But I find it hard to believe that US is gonna ban like crypto or even Bitcoin, or put a gun in somebody's head, hey, you have to like, or they can probably like put taxes, put like a lot of policy regulation to make it hard. But I don't know, for me, if they do that, then the innovation is gonna go somewhere else. It's gonna go to like places like I said, there's so many countries that are less than like 1 million or like less than 10 million people, right? That's one. So they can go to those countries, and then they can like negotiate to the president, or to the whoever leading the country. Hey, we are like a high worth people, and we are progressive. we want to move in your country, and we can make your country like rich because we are into technology, right? But they can negotiate like with those like, but we want to have this kind of policy in place. I bet there's so many countries are willing to accept that. That's one. Two, even um, if let's say there's no country wants to do that, which for me is like really unlikely because there's like 200 over countries in the world. Like even in Singapore, I used to live in Singapore for like many years. I when I think about Singapore, I think it's kind of more autocratic than US, but Singapore, surprisingly, they are very open in crypto. So I'm surprised actually with that. They're very open in crypto. So um, many of the innovations probably just gonna move to Asia if US becomes suddenly just being close-minded about this Bitcoin or in crypto in general. So yeah, there's so many like things that like the game theoretic thing that could happen, because the way I see it, when you think about like country, what is country? Country is just a bunch of people who are willing to work together to achieve a common objective, right? So that's what country is, right? And if you look at the history of the U.S., they also come from Europe, right? And then they go to the U.S. and then they kind of like colonize the Native American Indian and then here, right? So why you cannot think like the same thing like the technologies like these smart people who wants to invent things, who launch rockets, right? Who wants to build a new civilization. They have more like bargaining power if they want to create a new country. They have so many bargaining power, and on top of that, this the leader or the state leader or the country leader, they know they need these people, right? If they want to be progressive, and who doesn't want to become the next, let's say, ambition among those 200 over countries? Who doesn't have the ambition to be the next like US or to be at least the top 10 in terms of GDP, right? Of I would think they want to accept that easily. So so there's so many reasons why I think I mean, sure, it can still happen, right? US, do the stupid thing, right? Ban Bitcoin, make life so difficult for the Bitcoin holders in the US, sure, but um, you know the rest of the world is not going to stand still when they do that, right? And then these smart people, they're going to just move out, right? This is going to move out to the US. And you can see I just remember that many of the engineers actually from the smart engineers and the ambitious one from like Facebook, Google, like, all the big tech company, they actually quit and they go to crypto because these people they're the smart one, and they just don't want to follow the rules, and they want to make a difference. They know how important is this crypto because like I mentioned that I believe again, if the ultimate role of technology is to bring scarcity to abundance, then crypto is going to make money abundance for everyone, which means everybody can become rich because of crypto revolution. And it doesn't mean that if everybody become rich, everybody if the money become less valuable because everybody money has become abundance, right? So people has tons of money. It doesn't mean that we don't need, because one of the argument saying that, oh, many people are just gonna put their money on a productive asset. Sure. Most people like you and me, I think we would rather put the money in a productive asset. But many of the people also, they don't have that kind of mindset. You can see it from the people like in a Scandinavian country. I think the interest rate is negative, right? In Japan, I think it's also negative, right? So besides that, they still put their money there. They don't. It's like crazy. They just put their money and then they're losing their money every year, right? That's crazy, right? Uh, and on top of that, like so there are like a small, like a subset of people that are still think that or it's valuable to put their money in a non-productive asset like gold, like like not just non-productive basically. So there is still a market on that. And on top of that, Bitcoin is such a disruptive technology. So people who are ambitious, like those engineers who quit Facebook, Google, they want to think differently, and they want to bet, they want to risk. Even though I would say right now probably is more than 50-50, probably like 60-40, something like that. Sure, Bitcoins can still fail, or probably like 70-30, I would say. 70% is going to be successful, 30% is going to fail. That's the way I think about this Bitcoin. So those people also, even if it's 50-50, those people want to risk it, because there's a 50% chance they're going to make a better world with this like a monetary policy that are owned by no one. It's uncensorable. It's like, it's you cannot corrupt it. It's like even like withstand like it has like a 10 times of the computing power of even the Google, all of the data center of Google. So it's, yeah, so I don't know, I mean, yeah, so this is just my thought. I hope I can contribute to the conversation. All right, so let me know what you think, and of course for anyone who still thinks why they have to invest in Bitcoin. But for me, it's kind of I mean, investing, there's always risk. Yeah, so I mean, Bitcoin one day could still become like zero or like non-valuable, but the way I see it, it's worth to take that risk, I think. Yeah, it's because it's just so neutral. The way I see it is neutral, and it's less corrupt. Can it be corrupted? I think there is still possibility it can be corrupted, but as compared to the centralized one, of course, I mean, it's even if you look at the history, government will come and go, right? And then also the people, the new generation, they also have a different kind of mindset, right? So for me, most of the Congress people, the president of the United States, all of this, the senators, they don't believe in this. Only like probably like 1 or 2%, but 10 years from now, there's going to be more and more people who like knows that, hey, this is actually really important, and it's more like equitable for the whole world. It's not just, oh, this is my country, I have to protect it at no cost. Because and also on top of that, many people also know that the US the global currency right now is US dollar, right? So and it's held by like more than 50% by the international market. If I'm not mistaken, it's about like 60 or 70%. And while the US government just keep on printing money. So many of I think countries already know what's happening to the US dollar. And they are probably we have no choice right now just to hold. But they're already inching on every possibilities. If there's any chances to switch from that US monetary policy, they will switch it. I think as if I'm the leader of the country, I would keep on looking for opportunities, because I don't want like holding US dollars and, hey, you just keep on printing this. So this is becoming less and less valuable. Yeah. Okay, thanks for listening. Let me know what you think.